Okay, it's been over 2 months. Time for Alter Devlog number 4. We got a packed table of contents today, so I think it's best that we get started quick. First off, the stylized graphics are starting to make their way into the game. Next, huge developments being made with the AI and the stealth mechanics. Next, a new map, just cuz, and we have our first boss, aka Alter's very first supervillain. If that sounds interesting to you, feel free to like and subscribe. Now, let's get going. First off, let's show these stylized graphics. I think they're turning out awesome. I've done work to make the game have a bit more of a two-tone shading, similar to comics. Basically, two-tone shading is when there's 2 tones in your shading. There's a light tone and a dark tone. This is used in most comics I've read, and I think just most comics period. It saves a lot of time for the artists, and it also gives comics their distinct style. I've also added outlines and a cool little dotted effect over everything. This has a name, but I don't remember what it was. Basically, it makes it look like the screen was made of 1,000 mini dots, which was, I believe, how comics were printed back in the golden age. Don't quote me, I'm not an expert, I just like superheroes. I've also added a cool wind effect that follows Alter's legs when he throws a kick. This is definitely more of a polish than a necessary thing, but I think it looks a lot cooler now. Obviously, it's a work in progress whoosh, but for now, I think it does its job and it really sells how fast Alter is sending these kicks. It also adds that comic effect, which is exactly what we're looking for. Another small thing, I've started working on some keyboard inputs. For the most part in development, I've just been using my controller, but I want the game to be playable on a keyboard and controller, so I'm starting to put in the work to make sure everything could be played how I intend on both the keyboard and a controller. After that, huge developments on the stealth system, and also huge additions to the AI of enemies and now normal NPCs too. First things first, I gave Alter the ability to crouch. Not a huge fan of the animations I found, but they do the jobs as stand-ins. Alter's harder to see when he's crouched, so you're less likely to be spotted, but it does slow Alter down, making him less mobile while crouching. I also gave the AI goons the ability to do other tasks when they don't see Alter. Right now, while placing goons in the level, I can choose whether they're going to be walking around a path, standing guard, or just roaming randomly around the map. Then, if they see Alter, I've set up a bar similar to Hitman's or really any stealth game. When a goon sees you, they won't immediately react, as that would make it pretty difficult for the player to be stealthy, but a bar will show up. If you're able to get out of the AI's line of sight before it fills, the AI will never know you were there. However, if the bar fills completely, then the goon will run after you and will try to beat you up. You can try to lose the AI, like here, once the bar goes all the way down. Once the bar fully depletes, the AI will go back to doing whatever it was doing. I also made 2 new separate classes of NPCs. Before we just had enemy goons, but now there's also the civilians and the police/security. Civilians won't get suspicious of Alter when they see him. However, if they see him somewhere he's not supposed to be, like in the back rooms of a store or something, they will get suspicious. If they get fully suspicious of you, they will run over to the new type of AI, the security. Once the police are informed about you, they will start trying to search for you. While you can eliminate all the goons in the map, the Las Vegas PD has an endless supply of officers to search for you. This means you can't just beat up all the police. Also, that's against the law, I think. Plus, as I explained in the last episode, there will be a ranking system or grading system on how well a player completes the level as a superhero. Beating up all the criminals, that'd be pretty good, you know? But eliminating an entire police department probably wouldn't. These security officers add a lot of extra strategy and risk into the game. I think they're welcome additions. I also started working on the clue system. The AI will randomly drop clues about the locations of the boss villains and conversations and all that. There's also items that show up around the map that help give players a little nudge on where the location of the boss might be. Each item is directly correlated to a specific boss location. For example, if the boss is set at location A, all items for location A will still be present. However, there is a random chance for items from location B or C to spawn. So you can't just rely on finding all the items, you still have to listen in on conversations like the eavesdropping crime fighter that you are. An example of these items in the comics would be like finding one of the lizard's scales somewhere, or finding ice footprints, suggesting that maybe Mr. Freeze was somewhere here before. Here's some examples in-game of these items and also of the in-game conversations that the civilians and enemies have. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna need some more wood. I don't know how our shipments are so big, but we get nothing from it. Last shipment, we got what? 3 planks of wood? For real. Considering they're bringing these supplies in big rigs, you'd think we'd get supplies to finish sooner than later. That new ramen shop is really sketching me out. I swear, I heard some of their kitchen staff plotting on completely taking over the mall and robbing all of our— The statue's worth 8 grand. It's a lot of money, but if I had it, I'd totally pay to get steel-tipped super suit. The newest issues of Ragnaman are never here. I just want to know what's happening in Ragnaman's Ragna Cave and the Ragnamobile. An old broken arcade machine about some anthropomorphous blue jay. It's probably from the construction site down the ways. There are also computers that I put in that can be hacked. Not by Alter, but by his eyes in the skies. Sort of the oracle to Alter's Batman. Also, it's Alter's girlfriend, for story reasons that I won't go more in depth on. How these work is you go to a computer, then Alter requests the computer to be hacked into. Then Alter's friend will hack into the computer, taking her sweet time, may I add. Eventually she'll tell Alter that everything's been hacked. Then Alter can return to the computer if he went away from it, and hear information of what was contained on the computer. This gives the players reasons to return to certain areas, but I also feel it adds to the strategy and it adds to the time that it takes to fully investigate some areas. Hey, I'm trying to hack into this computer. Think you can get in?
Give me a minute. Search history for Xander Rancher. Order shipments, cars, and— well, let's just end that thought there.
I don't know if you noticed, but all these computers and items and conversations are in a new location, a brand new level. So I'd like to welcome you all to the Plaza. At least that's the working title of it. It's not a creative title, but that's just what I'm going with right now. It's an outdoor mall near Vegas, and it will work as the tutorial area, or the tutorial map for the player. I'm using it to mess around and discover things that I want in the game, and it's also what I'm using as, the test run to see if this game design actually works. There's the Totally Ramen Shop, the Totally Boba Shop, the Totally Gift Shop, the Totally a Shoe Shop, the Totally Comic Shop, Totally Jewelry Shop, Totally a Statue, Totally Construction Site, and eventually Totally More. Totally. Each area has workers, and I'm placing civilians all over. Some of these workers have special paths that you can follow. Some of them just sit there. But every single one of them talks to Alter when you pass by them. They can be useful. I think this bracelet will really bring out the purple in your costume. Don't you think? They can be nice. No way, bro. You look just like the arachnid, but purple. Awesome! They can even be rude. Another dressed up freak? Hurry up, man. You'll meet all kinds of people. Quick note, yes, I am voice acting all these people. No, I don't plan on keeping these voices. I just needed quick voices while working on the game, and also, I did think it was kind of funny walking around an imaginary wall hearing everyone talk to me with my voice. This should lead to what I believe is the final portion of the devlog. The boss. Her name is Miss Ruby Rose Lockhart, a mafia-styled supervillainess who was totally not created out of my recent addiction to LA Noire and the trip that I took to Disneyland like 2 weeks ago. I have some speed footage of me designing Ruby Rose's character. I found a cool website called Hero Forge, which I learned is actually a great place to work on concept characters. Obviously the art style is not going to look like this, but I think it's a great way to capture the vibe and see if ideas that I have for a character's wardrobe will actually fit. I wanted Ruby Rose's character to really stand out, but still give those LA Noire mafia vibes. So my idea was to make her wear the reddest possible coat and hat ever. I think it really differentiates her as a character, even though I think she has little to no real unique silhouette. Just think of how the Joker wears a purple suit and has green hair, but his silhouette is kind of just a normal dude. Or how Voltorb, Electrode, and a Pokeball all have the same exact silhouette, but they're pretty clearly different characters. Or a ball. When designing her cycles, I was thinking of some of the most popular mafia weapons. For example, a Tommy gun, which is a no-brainer, a baseball bat and a golf club, some brutality, and then a big Smith & Wesson revolver. that just kind of has to be there. Oh, and some Molotovs too, just to really, add on to that. The hardest part was making the baseball bat and the golf club different, which... Oh wait, I haven't showed you yet, have I? I started development on the actual boss battle. Here you can see the golf club in motion. When Ruby hits the ground with her golf club, it sends a literal wall of cement towards Alter's face. Here's the baseball bat. When Alter gets close, Ruby sends a baseball bat directly towards Alter's face. Both are melee weapons that involve a swinging motion, but I think I differentiated them pretty well. Here's Ruby, aiming her gun in your general area, throwing Molotovs at you, and using her Tommy gun. I'm still figuring out some of the kinks and putting it all together, but rest assured, a boss battle is in the works, and with it, I think a tech demo might come out sooner than I hoped. I hope I don't have to eat my words later for saying that. One thing that I've started working on, but wanted to hear suggestions on, was Miss Rose's backstory. Why do you guys think a lady is dressing up as a mafia member in bright red in the 21st century? Let me know all your ideas so I can steal them. I mean read them. Now, before we wrap it up, last things last, let's do a little talk about my life and stuff. Don't click off the devlog. Don't click off the devlog. So school finished. Or at least, my semester is over, so you would think that I have my summer to really work on Alter, and I do after I go to the Philippines for a month. Like 1,000 miles away from my computer. How long is it away from my computer actually? I have no clue. I'll look it up later and then I'll put it on the video, like over the edit, so you can see how far away I'm gonna be from my computer. I'm gonna be pretty far from my computer, and if you don't know, Alters, like the game is on my computer, so I can't, work on it from a different country, so that's gonna be happening. But if you guys all want to keep in touch, lots of people have been asking me, how to get in contact, or asking me if I had a Discord or something. I started a Discord because lots of people were asking me about a Discord, so I'm going to leave the link in the description and comment section below. You guys want to check it out, join, say what's up. I'll say hi, probably. If you guys got any suggestions or anything that you guys want me to hear, that's literally a direct line to me. I'm however many miles away from my computer, but my phone will be right next to me when I have service, so I'll check that as often as I can. Also, let's build a little Alter community. Maybe we'll build like a super team or something. But I just wanted to give that little update on what's going to be happening. Obviously, when I get back, I still have like 2.5 months of my summer break, so I am still going to be working on Alter for those 2.5 months. I think genuinely I will end up still getting more done than less, just because I have so much more free time. While I am in the Philippines, I do have my laptop, which isn't powerful enough to run Unreal Engine, but it's powerful enough to like run Blender and stuff. So I'm probably going to be modeling, so all the items and stuff on the map aren't blocks. And yeah, that should be all for this devlog. Lots of developments. I hope I made up for last devlog's pretty lackluster devlog. I want to send a huge thanks to my patrons, Daniel Chefstub and Vincent Coding. You both are awesome, amazing. If you yourself want to help support Alter's progress, the Patreon link is down below, but also just leave a comment on what you think about this devlog. That's all the support that I need. It's amazing reading the comments and seeing people excited for what was to me a dream project. Someone even recently made a fan art of Alter, and it honestly made my year. It was crazy. It's awesome. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I think it was definitely packed, but I think it's definitely better to be packed than empty. I'm writing this script the night before I see the new Spider-Verse movie, so right here, I'll say whether or not I thought the movie was good while I'm recording. The movie was freaking awesome. Like, you gotta go see it. It was crazy. I love the movie. I saw it with my girlfriend. It was perfect. Anyways, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching the devlog. I'll see you all in the next one. Adios.